I was certain you would come.
Bulldor.
Bulldor, you've lost yourself in your twisted dreams of what the Scorpion might offer you. Take a good hard look at yourself now. Do you still see one of the humanoids you wanted to save?
Humanoid? Of course not. The power the Scorpion possess is divine. In joining them, I am now closer to a god than mortal.
Our kind and the Scorpion are but life by different forms. None of us living can claim ourselves gods.
And there is no need for any of you to be. My only desire is for you to join us and live your lives in a whole new world, one free of sickness and conflict. As Emperor of Vale, it is my duty to lead my people to peace. And in becoming the Scorpion's god, I can finally fulfill my duty.
Your current existence is no different from an android like myself. Constructed by humans, given life through technology, we will never be gods.
Listen to yourself. Are the gods of history not but man-made creations? Then surely you would agree that the most godlike among us now is either you or myself.
You're a paltry excuse for one. Man cloaks himself in knowledge and power taken from others and mistakes himself an idol. You are just one of many who litter the pages of our history.
Yes, correct. And even with all the technological advancements we've seen, your story is quite common.
History itself will determine my divine status. Once the whole universe is one with the Scorpion, we shall be omnipotent. We shall become God.
Well, it'll be impossible for you to become one, since we're here to make sure that never happens.
The universe needs not such a deity. If there is anything divine in this world, it is but the flame of life inside of all of us.
Mortal life has always feared the unknown. A fear of the divine is only natural.
Yet fear you will not find in us, nor a thought spared for the desecration you speak of.
Many times since my youth, I have offered up my prayers. Yet though I called to God for help, it was never but by the hands of man that I was saved. If a true God were to be born here today, mankind would surely lose their essence. So you will understand why I must stop you.
We're not going to get anywhere arguing about this. Are we, Bulldor?
At last, a sentiment I find agreement with.
As mortals, we stand more powerful than the god you claim to be.
Princess Leticia, it is precisely that fiery spirit of yours which Scorpion so desperately needs. Join me, my new daughter.
Detecting incoming attack.
Time has come for you to learn your place. Behold, the infinite power of a god! The Scorpion...
A battle in this digital realm essentially equates to the use of data traffic to overwhelm your opponent.
Preposterous! What could you lowly mortals ever hope to do? With my power as a god, I could bring endless bliss to all life in this world, to all life in the universe! With such power, I will not, must not be beat.
You are Bulldor Vale. Man, not god.
I am.
How could one possibly know happiness in a world without sorrow to temper it? A world forged from single-minded devotion is ultimately the same as one empty of all.
No, stop that! Stare not at me with those eyes, mortal!
Baldur!
I will not be eradicated. I cannot be. I alone am destined to be your new god and leader.
Behind me, now.
Enough! No more of this! I will not be defeated here! I refuse!
What's going on?
Baldur's will endures and refuses to be erased. Should he continue to resist in this way, this virtual realm will be obliterated with all in it.
Baldur! Cease this at once! The battle is over!
Words are useless. I will do what is needed.
Please, no! My universe just needs me!
Here we part.
What?
No!
I am unable to maintain your consciousness in this space any longer. With what power I have left, I will see you returned safely.
But what's gonna happen to you?
You possess the potential to both understand the Scorpium and guide them to an enlightened future. Through you, may the seeds of all evolutionary paths for life be sown. I place my faith in you.
Understood. Rest assured.
Leticia, our journey together was a valuable experience. If there are others with minds as open and accepting as yours, a peaceful coexistence with Scorpion will someday be possible. Thank you, Leticia, for affirming this for me.
Duma!
My investigation is at its end.
Is it all over now?
I'm inclined to believe it only just begins. I would agree. Thank you, little Duma. We are to be a protectorate, then?
Yes. As I mentioned before, Aster IV's prolonged contact with more advanced civilizations categorized it as a protectorate of the Pangalactic Federation.
Are we to be subjected to surveillance by an ambassador?
No, nothing quite as direct as that. Aster will remain under observation to prevent any unnecessary interaction with advanced civilizations until it reaches a certain threshold.
Pretty imperious, aren't you? Was that not where the Federation's faults originally lie?
Yes, some things are hard to change. And though it might not exactly be compensation, all of you who have been subject to intense intervention now have the option to travel to any Federation system to live or study.
Studying on a different planet. I must say, I don't hate the thought. Right?
Agreed. But I must refuse. I vowed to attend to tasks on this planet using mine own strength. I've had lesson enough as to the consequences of progression. that was acquired through the power of others.
That's true. If I studied medical science at such an advanced level, I'm pretty sure I could save lives all across the universe. But first and foremost, I want to treat the suffering people of this world with my own hands and using our own techniques.
Our journey into the stars must be one born of our own volition. Only then will we find ourselves on equal ground with you and yours.
I see. You know, you're probably right.
But then, what would that mean for us? You spoke of some preservation pact? Does it forbid us from seeing one another again?
Well, I can't speak for Marielle, but Elena and I aren't bound by Federation laws. We can come and go whenever we want.
All things considered, I can probably visit again too, so long as you are the only ones I interact with.
Well, that's great. I think we can all live with that.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I'd set up a branch of Lawrence Logistics right here in Osarius, and that would let us see as much or as little of each other as we could ever want.
Now is a time for restraint. Surely, the events here have opened your eyes to the importance of the Federation's underdeveloped planet preservation pact.
Yeah, I get it. But come on, you gotta at least see how hard that is on a personal level. Don't be so uptight.
I say this with respect to the positions of both Elena and Marielle. But, from my own view, I fail to find fault in Raymond's suggestion.
Wow, Albie, can't say I expected that coming from you.
Spare me. I simply speak for us all.
I wonder if my ancestors also felt the same way long ago.
Worry not. We have a tendency to be fine, after all.
You know, you're a lot more carefree now than you were before.
For that, I know who to thank.
Oh my, who could that be? Did we have someone irresponsible like that around?
Oh yes. At hand, I might say.
Oh yeah? Well... we both got jobs to do, right?
More than I care for, indeed.
If only some god would show up and free us all from the burdens of work life so we could just kick back and have fun.
Says the man bound to place his burdens on the shoulders of poor Chloe and Elena.
Hey, I've become crazy capable after all this. I'm sure they feel like they can just relax and enjoy the ride.
You are free to believe whatever you want. Ray?
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Ray, this is the Aldous. We're now in geostationary orbit.
Copy that. Yep, best get going before this turns into another pick-on Ray fest.
It does seem about time.
This is Raymond for the Aldous. Commence transfer.
(583). An unprecedented crisis for the Pangalactic Federation was resolved with the cooperation of the planets Vergold and Aster IV. However, the corruption which plagued the highest levels of Federation leadership continues to leave its mark on the organization. Amidst growing calls from Federation captains, my grandfather, Emerson T. Kenny, was assigned as interim commander of the Federation fleet. A retired military man, he refused at first, but after much pushback, he took the reins to lead the Federation from its worst crisis yet. Through these troubled events, I've come to question the Federation's purpose in this galaxy, as well as my own function as one of its officers. But I choose to believe that its cause is still just. We must ensure a future of peace. Pan-Galactic Federation Lieutenant Mariel L. Kenny.
The events that unfolded spanned numerous star systems. Though their sovereign was defeated, remnants of the centralist Scorpium and their invasive measures still remained. Those among the Pan-Galactic Federation who aligned with the Scorpium cause were on the run, but still retained their influence. To combat both these foes, my partner Elena, armed with data saved from Duma's survey, helped us hit the Scorpium network from their own colony. Duma's experiences and noble ideology had a profound impact on the network, and saw the remaining Centralists quickly weakened. And while everything might still be far from wrapped up, it shouldn't be too long now until the Scorpium find themselves on the right track. My hope now is that the Pan-Galactic Federation might find its way too. Captain of the Lawrence logistics ship the Aldous, Raymond Lawrence.
愚かな。人一人の力で何をなせる。神の力さえあれば、全ての人類が幸せになれるというのに。神が負けるなどと。
あなたはボルドール・イルバイル、神ではないわ。
私は
幸せしかない世界でどうやってその幸せを認識できるというのです。たった一つのことしかない世界は結局のところ何もない世界と同じことです。
やめろ。人間がそのような目で私を見るな。
ボルドール。
消えるわけにはいかぬ。私は神にならねばならんのだ。
全員私の後ろに。
やめるんだ。私は消えるわけにはいかぬ。
何が起こってるの？
ボルドールの強固な意志が消失に抗っているのだ。これほどと。このままではこの空間が崩壊する。
ボルドール、もうやめてください。戦いは終わっ。
もう言葉は届かない。私に任せろ。
消えるわけにはいかんのだ。
お別れだ。もはやこの空間に君たちの意識をこれ以上留めておくことができない。私の全ての力を皆の生存のために注ぐ。
お前はどうなるんだよ。
君ならばスコピアムの精神を理解し正しく導くことができる。生命の新たな進化の可能性の芽を未来に植えることができるはずだ。あとは頼んだ。
わかりました。お任せください。
レイ、君との旅で私はスコピアムと有機生命体の共存可能性を信じることができた。ありがとう。
ジュマ
ー！私の調査をここに終了する。
終わったのか。
多分始まったのよ、きっと。そうなのでしょうね。
ありがとうな、デューマ。
監視対象惑星ですか。ええ、前にも話したけど、惑星アスター4号星は先進文明と強い接触があったため、銀河連邦の監視対象の惑星になるんです。
外交官のような存在が監視に来るのですか。
いえ、特に何か起きるわけではありません。事故で十分に文明が発展するまで不必要な先進文明との接触が起きないよう観察を続けるだけです。
ずいぶん上から物を言うんだな。連邦のそういうところなんじゃなかったか。
なかなか変えられないものもあるんです。その代わりといってはなんですけど、強い干渉を受けた皆さんは希望すれば銀河連邦の所属惑星に移住や留学をすることもできますが。
留学か。ちょっと魅力的だよね、それは。ね
え。だな。だが俺は遠慮する。俺はこの星で自分の力でやるべきことをやると決めた。他人の力で不相応な進歩を与えられることがいかに危険なことか思い知らされたからな。
そうだね、確かに。それだけ進んだ先進医学を学べば銀河中で多くの人を救えるかもしれない。でも私は自分たちの力でまずこの星で苦しむ人たちを救いたい。
私たちはきっと自分の力で強い意志で宇宙に出る必要があるのだ。そうなって初めてお主たちとこの星の人類は同じ地平に立てるのだと思う。
そうですか。うん、それがいいと思います。
そうなると未開惑星保護条約に縛られて我々が一堂に会することはなくなってしまうのか。
マリエルはどうだか知らないが、俺やエレナは連邦の人間じゃないからな。いつでもここに遊びに来ることができる。
連邦としてもスコピアムのことを調べるのにビープス抜きには語れません。そうするとこの星に住んでるベランジェ大佐やロラ少尉とも連絡を取り合う必要があります。だから私も皆さん以外と不要な接触さえしなければまた会えます。
そうか、それは喜ばしいことだ。スコピアムでない友と経験を共有するにはこうして会うのが一番だからな。
ほんと、俺なんかはローレンス・ロジスティクスの使者をオーシディアスに置かせてもらって、そこで好きな時にいろんなレベルで交流できればいいとは思ってるんだけどな。
ある程度の節度は必要ですよ。レイも今回のことで銀河連邦の未開惑星保護条約に一定の意義があるのは理解したんじゃありませんか。
まあそうなんだけどな。でも個人的感情はそう割り切れないんだよ。固いこと言うなよ。
エレナさんやマリエルさんの言うことは分かりますが、私個人としてはレイモンドの案は悪くないと思いますよ。
ほう、お前の口からそんな言葉が聞けるとは。
茶化すな、みんな同じ気持ちだ。
私のご先祖もみんなそうだったのかな。大丈夫よ。私たちならきっとなんとかなるわ。
なんだか昔よりもずっと楽天的だな。
誰かさんの影響だと思います。
誰だろうな。そんな無責任なやついたか。
ええ、割とすぐ近くに。
そっか。さてと、
行くんですね。
お互い仕事が山積みだろ。
ええ、もう嫌になるくらい。
ああ、どっかに本物の神様が現れて仕事しなくても生きていける楽で楽しい世界作ってくれないかな。
そんなこと言ってまたクロエさんやエレナさんを困らせているんでしょ。
俺もあの旅で大きく成長したからな。きっと二人とも大船に乗った気持ちでいるはずだ。
ええ、そういうことにしておきましょうか。
レイ、
そういうことにしておいてくれよ。
レイ、こちらアルダス、戦士起動場に入りました。
了解。さてと、これ以上ボロが出ないうちに行くとするかな。
ええ、それが良さそうね。
レイモンドよりアルダス、転送収容を。
宇宙歴583年、銀河連邦を襲った未曾有の事態は惑星ベグアルドおよびアスター4号星の協力により無事解決した。とはいえ銀河連邦上層部の腐敗による組織構造崩壊の影響は大きく、立て直しには時間がかかるだろう。有志の銀河連邦艦艦長の要望もあり、私の祖父エマーソン・ T ・ケニーが暫定的な銀河連邦艦隊司令に任命された。すでに退役していた本人は固辞していたが、元部下たちの強い要望もあり、銀河連邦設立以来の危機に重い腰を上げた。私も今回の事件で連邦の在り方、連邦士官としての己の在り方を改めないといけないと痛切に感じたが、それでも私は連邦の正義を信じたい。未来の銀河の平和のために。銀河連邦艦隊注意、マリエル・エル・ケニ
ー。多くの政権を巻き込んだかかる事件によって侵略的融合思想に侵された総統派スコピアムは総統の消滅後も多数残存した。また銀河連邦においてもスコピアムに組みした一派は逃亡を続け、一定の勢力を保ち続けていた。それに対し我が相棒エレナが保存していた我々のデュマの残存概念をスコピアムコロニーにおいてスコピアムネットワークに拡散した。その経験と崇高な理念はネットワークに強い影響を与え、徐々に総統派スコピアムの残党は力を失うこととなった。まだ全てが解決したわけではないが、スコピアムが正しい道を進み始めるにはそれほど時間を必要としないだろう。銀河連邦にも正しい道を進むことを強く望む。ローレンス・ロジスティクス所属艦アルダス艦長、レイモンド・ローレンス。